Don't you want it? 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 You lose your little mind. My Deadlights.
Welcome to the Deadlights podcast. I'm your host, Sam Johnston.
Woo! And I'm Leslie. And then today we have not one but two.
Two guests, Allison, Adam, Double A are
Double
back.
A.
And guess what we just watched? Huh? Do you want to guess?
No.
No.
Guess.
No.
No.
Guess.
No.
All right. Nope.
Ah!
From 2022,
Three.
written and directed by Jordan Peele. The residents of a lonely gulch in inland California
Oh, that's what a gulch is.
bear witness to a uncanny and chilling discovery.
What is a gulch?
I think like a
Like the
valley.
Oh.
They were in a
Yeah.
gulch.
They're in a gulch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The gulch.
Yeah.
A lonely gulch.
I
Yeah.
think Yuma's a gulch too. It's a big gulch, but like it was submerged in water.
Oh, so at one point it was like a lake or something, and now it's a gulch. When a lake goes dry, it becomes a gulch.
Yeah.
And when you fill up a gulch,
So
it
the
becomes
movie,
a
no.
lake. This is more of a
So
Yes, you have a point about it.
also, like an asshole.
I like an app.
An asshole is a gulch.
It can be.
Let's get into it
Bow!
from the top.
Make it drop.
Nope. We start in a very ominous scene, which comes back later in this set of
Mhm.
a TV show, and a shoe just standing up on its own, like almost floating on the ground.
I
Yeah.
kept looking at that.
Very unsettling.
Yeah, uncanny.
Very uncanny.
It's like it's not the craziest part of everything that's happened there, because there's also a dead body,
Yeah.
all murdered into blood.
Yeah.
But there's a shoe
Just
inexplicably standing upright without a foot, and it's it's
We
wild.
needed to
Strange.
explain that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
I forgot to mention also, I think it was before, I can't remember if it was before this scene or in between this scene and the next one, where we get the quote about
Oh, yeah,
making
it was
someone
right
a
before
spectacle.
it.
Very ewy.
Yeah.
So I think this movie, they talk about spectacles throughout the whole movie. So, and there's multiple times too where people are talking about certain information and things are going on in the background or around them that catches your eye and automatically makes you look at whatever's going on,
Mhm.
because we as people are drawn to spectacles. We're drawn
Yes.
to seeing things that we've
Yeah.
never seen before.
Well, yeah, we're also animals, so like,
Mhm.
color, movement, volume is all going to divert our attention, and like an animal, that is their instinct is to run away.
That's what the whole scene. Every time they flash back to that, they would show like, is it an ape, a monkey,
Chimpanzee.
A chimpanzee.
Yes. Like that was the focal, but in the top corner there was an applause sign, just
Mhm.
constantly flickering
Ah.
because it was a live audience,
Yeah.
and that's the only thing I could see. Like I was like, yeah, okay, it's there, but then like, and I was like,
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
feels like he's
Constant.
playing with
Mhm.
our instinct. He's playing with our unconscious mind being attracted to these strange things, like a shoe seemingly floating on the ground, or like the applause sign, or when we eventually get to the
balloons
aliens.
popping and the, yeah.
All this stuff, it feels like he's reminding us that, listen, you're an animal too. And no matter how much in control you feel like you are, you're still going to bow down to your animal instincts.
Yeah.
Gordy. Sorry,
Oh, Gordy.
Gordy.
The monkey's name was Gordy.
Oh,
Gordy.
Gordy.
Gordy's house.
Yeah. Oh God, it
Happy
was
birthday,
Gordy's
Gordy.
house.
My house now. Ooh. And then, nope, we get the title card, which is great. And we're introduced to our main characters for the movie, which is Daniel Kaluuya, and his character name was
OJ.
OJ, yeah.
on his ranch with his father,
Mhm.
who we learn is one of the industry's like best animal trainers, horse specifically trainers for movies. Scorpion King they mention, big Hollywood movies. And he's got high hopes for the future. In this first scene, he's like, I'm trying to keep my head out of the clouds, but I'm having a good feeling about this horse that I'm training right now. Things are looking up, and he literally keeps looking up. I noticed in that scene, his eyes pretty much don't leave the sky.
Mm-hmm.
We got some weird weather coming in. Strange weather. I thought it was hail coming down at first. What is that?
Weird shrieking sound.
Yeah.
Just like things just thudding to the ground.
Yeah. It almost seemed like it became cloudy very fast. Seemed like a clear day before, but what's this weird weather we got rolling in? Uh-oh, what's wrong with Dad? Oh no.
Dad's not
He's
responding.
slumped
Dad?
on the horse.
Dad?
On the horse. We know the look of someone about to fall off a horse. We all know it.
It's very Western.
Yeah.
It's a very Western shot.
Yeah.
And he just falls off the horse.
Lands on his side like he should.
Like he should. Great landing. And he's like hit in the eye by a nickel. They like stayed on the shot of his eye like split open from the nickel. Oof. And there's another key. There's another shot of a key like in the horse's
which
ass.
is like in Get Out. There's that whole scene where are the keys, right? And if you have a horse, you don't need keys. If you can get out of the house, you don't need
There's
keys. You hop on your horse.
The horse has horsepower.
In
In another scene, I'm gonna forget his name, but the child star. There's a huge pair of scissors. If you've seen Us, it's the big
Very fun.
Wow.
Very fun.
which I love those. Yeah. I
Yeah.
love both
Go
of these.
Jordan.
Go Jordan.
And also
Go Jordan.
Go Jordan. You got it. And also in the end, the horses are kind of the key to them figuring out what is going on. So multiple things going on here.
Turns out the best horse is Lucky.
Lucky's
Lucky
truly lucky.
horse.
The father dying from a piece of money specifically. I mean, he's got his eyes set on the clouds and is defeated by the thing he's looking for, the thing that he wants most, or that he aspires to. Oh, I'm gonna get that big break. Yeah.
And that kind of comes up in the next scene when we're at on a film set with a horse. Daniel Kaluuya, OJ has taken over, it seems, the business from his deceased father. And he's definitely not as confident, it seems, as he should be. He's quiet.
Nice. Yeah.
He's a quiet guy, very sullen. Obviously, he's still dealing with the fact that his father's dead, but also the fact that he has to run this whole farm now. He's seemingly broke. I mean, he's selling off horses, so he's kind of at the end of his rope, I think, when we enter into the movie with him.
Rope sounds like nope.
Rope and nope. He is joined by his sister, who is definitely the personality of the duo. But she's not involved in the business.
It sounds like she's just there for when he needs confidence. Like, she gets to be that face. He's there to just be with the horses, not the people. He doesn't want to be around the people.
She gives the speech. She's the spectacle of the two of them. And she's great. I mean, I love, like you already mentioned, the dynamic between these two characters is great. Because he's so quiet and subdued, she is like extra.
Read all about it.
Read all about it. She performs this speech like she can do it in her sleep. We see her dancing later. She's a fun character for sure.
She is proud of what her family and the legacy of her family, but she has no desire to run this business. She has other business motives.
Yes.
In which she then plugs herself in which OJ does not want her to. But her ambition and her, just her spunk is so nice to see. And she was just, making connections with everybody. And she was not paying attention.
Literally in the first scene, she goes off and, starts talking to someone about, probably, you're right, business or something.
Well, that's the thing. She wasn't brought up to be the trainer. He was. She was basically doing everything else in the household, which I'm presuming her mom you know,
Wasn't around for.
yeah, it seemed like she passed away pretty early in their lives.
Yeah, they really don't
Presumably.
mention her at all.
We see a
There's
picture.
that picture.
We see a picture, but she's not that old. She's not that
No.
old in
No.
that picture.
Yeah.
Which I am curious to know it, some trivia, if that is actually Kiki's like mom or grandma or something, because it looked like her.
Yeah.
Like, it
don't
looked
know.
like her.
It was
Very
actually
beautiful.
just Jordan Peele with some makeup on it.
Incredible. Incredible. What's that Key and Peele sketch where
It's
he...
Megan.
It's Megan, yeah.
Megan. Megan, stop. No.
Yeah.
No!
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Megan.
But anyway, yeah, she was supposed to do a job when she was 9 or 10, and instead OJ ended up doing the job, and I wonder if that started the entire cycle.
I mean, she's talking to her therapist about it. It's possibly something that she just didn't feel valued in the family business. So then from that point on, she's not, she didn't care.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, fine, I'll do my own thing.
And I think she's just literally there for OJ. They have a love, they have a connection. And also their dad just passed away, their last parent.
Yeah.
So
And it seems like they haven't, at least at the beginning of the movie, they haven't really processed or talked about that much at all. Even to the point where OJ is selling the horses from the ranch to make some money because they're not making any money off of what the ranch is for. And he's selling them to Ricky Park.
I actually really like his character too. I think
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
a really interesting character because I was suspicious about him the whole time.
Yeah.
And it made sense in the end why I was, because I kept writing down in my notes, is he an alien? I thought he was in on it or something.
Yeah.
But he's this, at one point, child star. The Kid Sheriff is the name of like what made him famous.
Oh.
And there's Kid Sheriff posters everywhere.
Yeah.
well, that's what the mascot is.
Yeah. And he owns this old like Western amusement park. There's like, you can dig for gold, and there's also like a well in the middle.
Takes a Polaroid picture of you.
Polaroid picture.
A big one. A big,
it's like
like,
Just for a quarter.
Old-timey.
For 50 cents, perhaps.
yeah, just one coin you throw in there, and
Pretty
it just
cool.
very cool.
And in his office, he has all this memorabilia about you know, his life, and also specifically, M comes on a one Mad Magazine poster of Happy Birthday Gordy or something. It's the monkey that we saw at the beginning, and that's when he really reveals what that was all about.
Yeah.
He was fresh off of the success of Kid Sheriff, all that Kid Sheriff money. And they started Gordy's House, which was this like 80s sitcom style show about a chimpanzee who's living with a family, and it's all fun and games. But until Gordy went crazy,
something happened.
something
And
happened.
as he's,
I'm so sorry.
I was just say, as he's retelling that story, lots of unresolved trauma that was never taken care of. He stares off to the distance several times in the film, like he's just lost. And then also, as he won't actually ever tell the story. He's like, "Oh, you don't remember? Well, SNL did a cover of it."
Yeah.
And he like
SNL told it better than it could have ever happened.
exactly,
Yeah.
and he never actually recounts what happens, and he just has that ghost kind of look in his eyes.
Yeah.
And we realized that at the beginning of the movie, everything we saw was actually from his perspective. He was hiding under the table when Gordy was attacking everybody. And this is when we get the title card of Ghost, right?
Ghost is
Yeah.
first.
Ghost
yeah.
is the
horse,
first title
yeah.
card that we get of this movie. And Ghost is the horse, and for some Ghost is a horse. For some reason, Ghost is in
The training
the
area.
training area. Yeah. How
Which
did
is
it
right
get
in front
there?
of the house.
Yeah. So
It was
it
just staring out to the distance.
something's coming.
Animals know.
Animals know.
Yeah.
And this animal definitely knew, because when OJ went out to try to like comfort him, he just jumps over the fence and runs away.
Yeah.
This is the horse that his dad died on, or like got hit
Yeah.
by. And then it's also he asks the horse, "How you doing?" Right before he jumps the fence. Too.
And then it ran away.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
What's good? What's good?
What's
good?
Yeah.
And he follows Ghost off to like the edge of the property.
Yeah.
And he can see lights in the distance. And I now am making the connection of why this actually makes sense is because he can see Ricky's farm, like ranch over there, and he can hear him speaking into a loudspeaker. We can't really understand what he's saying. And at that time when I was watching it, I was like, is he just like rehearsing or something? But then this is the first moment where we have a ship-like UFO-like thing moving through the clouds. And I then realized, holy shit, Ricky knew about this the whole time. And he probably just offered up some sort of horse or something.
That's why he wants to ranch.
He was buying horses. Yeah.
Yeah, I was buying horses.
Yep.
Yeah. Ricky.
Dang it, Ricky.
You need to solve your trauma. An alien's not going to do that. Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
We don't know about all aliens. Some aliens might. We just don't know.
This one looked like a balloon.
This one did look like a big balloon.
Yeah.
Balloons are a balloon animal.
Balloon.
A balloon alien ain't going to help him.
But when he like runs back inside, I was surprised at how quickly his sister believed him. Like she was like, "What did you see?" And he was like, "You're not gonna believe it." And then the second, like he really didn't say anything. He was like, "I was just kind of," and she was like, "No way."
What are you saying right now?
Like, yeah. What are you saying right now? Are you saying what I think you're saying?
She had dollar sign eyes.
Yes.
Is kind of what
Yeah.
first.
And I thought it was really smart for Jordan to not say the words aliens until like.
Did they?
No,
they said
didn't.
UFO.
They said UFO.
Said
They
UFO.
they said UFO later as well.
Yeah.
They kept alien and UFO until like in the middle, the climax of the movie. So they used everything, everything else.
And and that's pretty much what happens. She realizes, oh my god, we got to cash in on this. Let's get the very first picture of this UFO. Let's cash in on this image. Let's get the video. And so they update all their security systems and just point them all to the sky. And this is where we meet Angel as well, who's going to be the third side guy, tech guy, who helps them set up all their equipment. And
he's heartbroken.
He's heartbroken.
So heartbroken.
That's all he talks about.
4 years.
Yeah.
Done.
She got a show on CW.
Yeah.
She left me for a show on CW.
Oh, wow. She's going places.
Yeah. He looks so much different without that blonde hair.
He does.
The Mondo hair.
Yeah.
Is that the guy from Euphoria?
It's not. It's not
No.
Dominic Fike.
Because there was another Euphoria actor in here too, so I was like, wait.
They both work in the store. It's the other girl that works in that store.
Yeah, Barbie
She's from
Ferreira.
Euphoria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't him though, but he did have
No.
the hair.
Angel
No,
is
the
played
other one
by
Cutie.
Brandon Perea.
Yeah.
Okay. He actually does have those tattoos, so it's not like they're gonna cover them up for this.
I see.
Different actor.
Different actor. Anyway.
But he comes out. They're like, no, we don't need help. And he's like, yeah, you do. You can't do it. I can do it. So then he goes out and sets up all their shit. And they're like, hey, don't be watching our footage.
Don't do it.
And what do you think happens?
Well, yeah, so he's in now, I guess, because he is spying on them pretty much. He's looking at their footage and not listening to what they say, because he really wants to be in on this.
He wants to see the
He needs friends, too. And so then we have our next title card, Clover. Clover, who I think is the fake horse, right?
It goes to the fake horse. It goes title card Clover and then the fake horse. But when they go to after Daniel Kaluuya's character goes to after OJ goes encounters the beings in the barn and then goes and tells his sister, he says they let Clover out.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
so Clover is an actual horse.
Clover is an actual horse.
Gotcha. Their plan pretty much is to use this fake horse, though, that they stole from, I think, Ricky's farm to be a decoy of this ship that they think so far. And we have this great scene of this, like, the sprinklers going on in the barn, and OJ is following the noise, and he flips it off. It's all dark in there, and we're all just like, you know.
There's
This
also a
is it.
projector.
This is, the projector's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's clicking. Yeah.
And then it clicks back on with his back turned, and then he turns around, and there's a fucking alien standing right there. Right?
And it like
just
is crouching and it like.
comes up.
Yeah.
You just see it just like something blurry like for a face.
It is like shocking. Like you're like, are we really seeing this right now? Okay.
Yeah, it's just far enough away you can't quite make out what it is. You just see this movement in shadow, and then the shadow itself kind of like moves into a figure, and then it's like slowly coming towards him, and then there's this whole like leaning out thing, and then another one leans out from a doorway along
He
with
starts
it.
like trying to like record it.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, fine. Like I'm gonna start doing
And
it.
then
I think that's the first time he says nope.
Nope.
Once the second one shows up, he was like,
Nope. Nope.
And then
And he-
there's a third one right behind him.
Which he punches in the face.
That's the
Classic.
one that was coming out.
We've all
So
seen
four of
that
them.
internet video
Yeah.
of someone getting punched in the face because they scared someone else.
Yeah.
I would kick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a
You can
kicker.
kick that high?
Watch out, like a
kicker.
high kick.
Yeah, I'll fall, but yeah, I'll get him.
Such a
Nice.
great,
Nice.
such
You
a
get 'em.
great tense scene that he just like built,
Yeah.
and then we learned it's all fake. These people are just
Take their masks off
people from Ricky's
They're the
Ranch.
kids.
because they stole the fake horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was then that shit started to get kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Uh oh. Yeah, we're back down with OJ, and the horse runs off because there's some things going through the clouds
Yeah.
up above.
Yep.
Oh, boo.
Up above the thing, it's really nice. I like how little he shows this thing throughout the whole movie. He really spreads it out. It reminded me of Jaws so much, where we're getting very tiny little glimpses of it. We know, as coming into this movie, pretty much what we're in for. So we're trying to see it as hard as we possibly can. So these characters, but it's going in between these clouds, and you can't quite make it out. It's enough to convince the characters, though, that something is fucking crazy, fucking wrong. And then I think it sucks up Ghost at the end.
No, that was
No,
Clover.
It was
Clover.
Clover.
Oh, that was Clover.
Clover gets sucked up, yeah. Yep.
Little baby.
Is
You
Ghost already
hear
gone?
Yeah, Ghost
yeah,
was
Ghost
gone.
was dead.
Gone
Yeah.
day
A while
one.
ago.
Yeah, when those lights came on, and and later on, OJ was like, "Yeah, Ghost made a sound I never heard a horse
I've
make."
never heard a horse make that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I would assume it's as it was
yeah.
getting.
Yummy.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Ghost, by
Bye.
Clover, and the next title card, Gordy.
Mhm.
And we get like the full scope of what happened in Gordy's house, what went down in Gordy's house.
Mhm.
And it starts off as a nice sitcom. It's Gordy's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! And we got little Ricky there acting. I can't see him as anything else except Kid Sheriff. And his sister brings out big present for Gordy. Opens it up, balloons come out. Oh, what a great present. Pop, pop, pop. Gordy gone crazy.
Gordy goes crazy.
Damn.
Ape shit.
Literally ape shit.
Ape shit.
And there's that like really cool tracking shot that's like coming from behind the stage. You can hear things going on on stage. And
It
it's coming
blacked out
from
for a little bit.
it blacked out, and then it came back in, and it's coming from behind the stage, and there's like a bunch of like jungle looking fawns
Yeah.
in front of it that it has to go through, which I was like, jungle. Into the jungle. Ooh. And fucking Gordy, he is laying into the sister?
The mom.
Mom.
The mom?
Yeah.
Oof.
I wanna assume the mom and dad died,
Yeah.
and the sister just got
Mauled.
Mauled.
Yeah.
Ugh.
a little eaten, maybe.
I know there's a lot of bad animal attacks, but a chimpanzee attack seems pretty awful because they're just beating on you.
But also, it was interesting because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert on chimps, but it was also eating. It was eating.
That's one of its more. It's
Like
a very
attacking?
strong. Yeah, your jaw is a very strong
Oh,
part
okay.
of you. One
I
of
thought-
your tools you would use if you were fighting something.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It was using it to kill,
Yeah.
as opposed to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
strike.
that
Because they have these big canines.
theory
Ah.
thrown out.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chimpanzee impression.
Pretty good.
That was really good.
You look
Thank you.
exactly like
Gordy, get out of here!
Gordy, no! The balloon!
My birthday.
My
birthday.
It's cursed forever.
And we returned to that shot that we saw from the beginning where it's all from under the table from Ricky's perspective. Gordy sees Ricky,
Yeah.
and there's this very intense... Gordy comes up to Ricky, who's hiding under the table, and puts out his hand to give him a fist bump.
Yeah.
If you notice, again, with the eye contact piece, the whole time he's walking up, it's just the chimp's eyes, and then it's Ricky's eyes. And they are actually looking at each other.
But there's that
But there's the,
shroud
like,
between
the tablecloth.
Yeah, the
was
tablecloth
like,
is
yeah.
just,
It,
obscuring it enough.
yeah, and it seemed like perhaps they were the ones that had more of a connection because they had maybe perhaps more
Yeah,
scenes
the first
together.
exploding fist bump
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
They invented it.
Yep. And then we see a fist bump and then a head exploding.
Yeah.
They didn't
Gordy,
touch.
they didn't quite touch. Which
Gordy dies.
Gordy dies right in front of the kid, and then we flash from the kid's blood spattered face to his
Ricky,
face
the
as
adult.
Ricky as an adult, just almost smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
Is that when his wife was talking about the show?
Yes, and he's
Yeah.
just staring off into space.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like weirdly smiling.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's also like this is where the trauma comes in, and then I think he liked the attention he was receiving. So he's gonna do whatever he can in order to, I guess, like achieve that again.
Get that fame. Get that coin.
So he doesn't care how many people get eaten along with that horse.
Well, and I think too, he's about to now
Do his
go
show.
on to his next venture of going to the next level, which is his brand new live show. It's a family show. And he's got this whole amazing suit, like you said.
so good.
Got some UFOs on there, clouds.
I want it.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Pretty great. And he tells a story. He reveals that 6 months ago, he was in a thick fog. And I love that they have like the songs going on in the background.
Here, change it.
Thick fog.
Oh
And
my god, I broke my nail.
oh, Lord. And he comes out to check on one of his horses, and out of the thick, a UFO comes down and sucks him up. And pretty much, I guess, since then, he's been just feeding this thing horses to keep it at bay.
But the thing that he says while he's telling this is, I swear on my wife and my children's lives that this is all real. And you're like, why? Why put that out there?
Yeah.
Yikers.
Why throw that part out there?
Cuts to
Yeah.
his wife being like,
I feel like she was nodding at that time.
"Oh, you think? Yeah."
Yeah.
It seemed uncomfortable as well. A little of both, perhaps.
And then he refers to them as the viewers. That's what he calls the aliens.
oh my god.
The viewers. The viewers are
Like you.
viewers like you.
Thank you.
Don't worry, y'all. We're going to start in an hour. We're going to have our boys come out, do a little show for you. Hey, wave, boys. Hey! Yeah, we got the kids over there. They're
Yeah.
great. And we'll be back, and you'll see something you've never...
We'll be back.
See something you've never seen before in your life.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck? What's that?
Well, if it's ready, we're ready.
I guess if we're
Rolling.
doing it. And yeah, we see the UFO kind of peeking out of the clouds there. And
Is it because it was everyone?
everyone was
It
looking
was
out.
staring.
Everyone was
Mhm.
looking at it.
Everyone was, and it knew.
Mhm.
It was ready. It's lunchtime.
But it also, I imagine they usually let the horse run
Yes.
down
I
Mhm.
before
that
it
was
comes
the-
and
So,
sets it
yeah,
up.
it
So
doesn't-
it's eager. It comes
It
up to the
knows.
horse and
Sucks them all up. It goes over the house, and you can still hear, because it's raining, I think, at this time, right?
Yeah, it
Mhm.
started to rain.
And so when it goes over OJ and M's house, no rain coming down. Really cool image. I love that. And you can hear the people screaming, and then suddenly like a
Yep.
no more screaming.
Yep.
Digested. And then it starts raining blood.
Raining blood and
Yeah.
metal.
Coins, yeah. keys,
Anything that yeah.
undigestibles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But at this point, OJ was not there, but Em and Angel were together in the house.
He's on his way back to the house. The house is getting rained on in blood, and then it moves away from the house and just hovers over him.
Because his car shuts off.
Him in the car.
He's like almost home, and the car just stops.
Yep. And I wear my sunglasses. And
that
then,
will be on repeat on my Spotify for the next 2
probably
weeks.
same zines.
And on TikTok.
But I think honestly, this moment for me was the most comical moment of the entire movie. So it comes over him, it's over the car, and it like stops raining for a second because the darkness is over his car, and he just like slowly opens the door, looks straight, and goes nope, and just shuts the door.
It sees the asshole, you know.
Yeah. Asshole eye
mouth.
thing.
It's just like yeah.
But I was like, that to me was just like, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a great line. One
Great
word.
nope.
Nope.
One word.
Great
Nope.
nope.
And then he like
Yeah,
locks his door.
Yeah, after the metal
Oh yeah, the horse.
the metal horse comes falling out, crushes the passenger side seat of his car, still locks his door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
But that's how they figured out, because we hadn't seen blood before. So the plastic horse or metal or whatever had, they said, fucked up its digestion.
Yeah.
So that's why all the blood. So that's how they got the idea.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Non-human things.
All the people were being, I think, tortured a little bit more as it's being eaten because it had to go around the metal.
Yeah.
It couldn't fully. Yeah.
Sucks. It was gonna be a fun family show, okay?
Yeah.
Turned into
It
you
still
being.
was.
It still was fun.
There was
Right,
family.
boys?
Yeah.
And somehow he realizes that when you look at it, that's what attracts it.
Yeah.
Because he thinks back to the moment with the horse having seen itself. And that's when it freaked out. So it was like, he was like, oh, maybe if we don't look at it, it won't attack us.
Well, even with dogs too, you know, the most domestic of animals that we've created, you really can't, you shouldn't be looking at their eyes. You should be approaching them and just having them smell you first, and then you make eye contact with it. Because if you come over to an animal that has not been properly trained and you're looking at them in the eyes, they will attack. They don't know what your intentions are.
It looks very
Dominance
direct
thing.
and
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah. So that's it's just like an animal instinct that we all have.
Well, and I really like this tie that he has too with this idea of if an alien ship were to come down, everyone would just look up. I mean, that's an image that you get when you talk about UFOs, is people looking up at it and trying to get a picture of it and try to cash in on this spectacle that they're seeing. So this whole people looking at it that being the threat makes sense because we are setting ourselves up for failure by trying to get this spectacle moment, but it's like,
Spectacle is a thing that you brought up. Jaws. Steven Spielberg is all about spectacle, and so many of his movies, like E.T. or Close Encounters, especially, people look to the spectacle, and we see a shot of someone like in pure amazement looking at the thing. The whole thing Steven Spielberg is all about is he loves that person sitting in the audience looking at the screen and the lights playing across their face. And so all of the characters that get that moment of seeing something so wonderful, some spectacle that changes their lives, that's what we all want like to be there for. And Jordan Peele's like, nope. He's like, no. Now we're inverting that, especially with aliens. Don't look at the aliens. Like, treat them with deference. Treat them as you would something dangerous and animalistic.
Yeah.
And inverting the whole a kind of film history thing that is played through thematically.
He's turning our instincts against us.
Yeah.
And being like, that's the danger.
Yeah.
What you immediately think that you should do, don't do that. Don't do that. And also, I started to think too about this tying to OJ's character, because his character is all about working, and he talks about it multiple times. There's work to be done. I'm always working.
There's mouths to be fed.
There's mouths to feed. I got to do this.
They're not just animals to him.
He's a working guy, and he keeps working all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have this creature in the sky that's almost like this eye in the sky, always watching over him. And the fact that he has to keep his head down and keep working to avoid the danger of that, honestly made me think of slavery, of like this idea that you have to keep your head down, because if the Overwatcher sees you look up at him or up at it, you're going to get punished for it.
No sudden movements, no yelling.
The instinct that you have to look up, we will take that away from you.
Any
too.
Humanity.
Any humanity that's left in you. So yeah, this was the moment when I started thinking about the power of the eyes and just the power of just looking. At this point, they're in some like chicken IHOP combo restaurant or whatever, chilling. Nothing's better than a fried fish sandwich. Am I right? But OJ wants to go back. He wants to go back to the ranch and pretty much finish what they started, but M is now against it, kind of. She's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You see what we just went through?
I'm done. We're out. Ring, ring, ring. Hello. Money.
Cinematographer's calling.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I thought about your offer to come shoot the thing.
Because the director heard the news of all the people at Ricky's. And he was just kind of like, oh shit, this is real.
And then they have a game plan. They have a game plan. They get the team together.
I love it.
Yes.
They use Monopoly pieces.
Yeah, Monopoly pieces.
Yeah.
Making a plan of how to get this thing. OJ keeps talking about how you can't tame a predator, but you can make an agreement with a predator. And so I guess their idea is to essentially lure it by the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yep.
And get the shot. Get the shot. The cinematographer has a camera that doesn't use any electricity, so he can just get the shot.
Let's go!
Yeah. Oh, careful.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait, what the heck?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the most intense you see his face in the whole movie.
And it's
The
still
most
very
expression.
unmoving.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it was great. It was great.
Siblings.
Yeah.
Siblings.
My siblings and I wrestle.
Let's go.
Celebrate wrestle.
Are you done?
They also named the big thing
Jean Jacket.
Jean Jacket.
Yeah.
Jean Jacket.
Which was that the horse that she didn't get to tame?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jean Jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get him.
Let's get him.
And then, how do you end every great montage scene? You have an a cappella version of One-Eyed, One-Horned, Flying Purple People Eater.
By the most gravelly voice.
The deepest
that you
fucking
had. It was
voice. My God, he sounds like the Goblin King of
It's fantastic.
something. It's an amazing voice.
Goblin King.
And you hear it on the phone call earlier they have with him, but like his voice is just unreal.
I needed subtitles for some of it because I'm like, I think I missed what he's saying.
Purple people eater.
Yes.
Just so deep.
Fantastic.
So
It's like the opposite of like it being so high you can't hear it. He's
Yeah.
so low that you can't understand. what he's
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
Yeah. I wish to be at that level one day. You know, when I'm an old man.
Really? Get those cigars going.
One-eyed, flying purple people. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Plan into action. Actually going pretty according to plan. And who shows up to ruin the fucking day?
TMZ?
TMZ.
On an electric
Was it
fucking
Vice or
scooter.
TMZ?
TMZ.
It was TMZ.
Yeah.
My God.
I thought it was another like alien fanatic coming out to like steal their thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he pulled out his, and then she was like, "Fuck,
it's
TMZ."
So funny.
It made me
Right.
think of, again, because they call them viewers. And
Uh-huh.
like TMZ is a very much just like feed the viewers this bullshit celebrity gossip or whatever.
Shit.
And
Leave people alone.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I was very curious about So obviously he does not listen to her. She's like, go away. He does not listen. He goes straight into the dead zone.
Yeah.
Like smacks into it.
Yeah.
He's laying on the ground. But what was interesting to me is that his whole helmet was chrome.
Mm-hmm.
But it still catches. I know he had like one little eye hole.
Yeah.
I saw that. But I was surprised that it still saw him, the viewer, saw him looking up. Because I know, little U.S. space history. They made, when they went to the moon for the first time, they made their helmets like that because they didn't know if aliens would be anywhere. So the aliens couldn't see what a human face looked like. That's why our astronauts have super reflective, shiny helmets. It's because our first time on the moon, we were like, I don't know what the fuck's going to be up there.
Alien.
So we made them like that so that nothing
Wow.
could see into the helmets.
Wow.
But his looked exactly like that. So I didn't know how it could tell.
I thought it was similar to the ball that they put in front of the horse's
Oh,
face.
so like saw itself.
It sees itself.
Okay.
It saw OJ.
Oh, did
It
it
saw
see
OJ
the, like,
looking down,
That's
reflected.
exactly what it was. There was that shot.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when I do
Damn.
that. I don't know why.
So that was exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He kept his head down.
He kept his head down and just boom, because TMZ. No matter if you keep your head down, it's gonna project your
TMZ
face
sucks.
every
It
fucking
can't-
where.
well, he didn't want to get helped because he wanted OJ to get the shot
Take
first.
a picture of it.
Take
Yeah.
a picture
Yeah.
of myself.
Are you recording?
He was like broken leg, broken
Yeah.
arm. He's like, did you take a picture? He's like, no, leave me here. And he's like, sorry, man. All right, I'll
Okay.
leave you
He
here.
Peace.
said, "My bad," and then walked away.
My bad.
My bad.
My
And
bad,
he's like,
dude.
getting out of here.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, that was really intense.
God.
That moment where he's like actually with Lucky and trying to run away.
Mm-hmm.
And the alien just kept like it's right behind him.
Yep.
And he
then,
sucks up TMZ.
Yep. And then they have to redo the camera, right?
The film runs out.
The film runs out, and so then the ship or the alien flies away, and then comes back around for another pass, and then they get the shot of it banking open, and they get this incredible fucking view. They get the shot. They get the video that would do it, you know, for them.
Like a great shot.
Yeah, and then he releases the little like flag, like parachute thing, and then it like pulls up because it's like, oh no, that's another metal one, so it doesn't eat him, and they're like, we did it.
So smart.
We're
Yeah.
on the show.
He gets off the horse
Yeah.
and gets into a shed, and then we don't see Lucky, and I'm like, oh, did they sacrifice Lucky? No, bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Lucky.
Bring back Lucky.
And everyone's like, we did it.
Yeah.
We can go home.
Yeah.
We can get out of here. But then the cinematographer looks up at the light, and he's like, it's going to be magic soon.
This is the shot.
This is it. It's going to be magic hour. And
Yeah.
He wants to get that really
Yeah,
nice
the
shot.
sun is out, or something like that. The light's out.
The lights out. I guess his motivation was to get another shot.
I think it was just the impossible shot.
The impossible
And
shot.
just, I'm done. I'm gonna. This is my swan song. That footage definitely didn't survive, and I think it's also implied too that the footage that they got before was destroyed too.
Yeah.
Because the alien's now back, and it tries to suck up Angel and like destroys that tent that he's in. So I think that footage was probably destroyed. The footage that the cinematographer got destroyed too. So now they don't have any footage, and Alien's fucking back.
Mhm.
And fuck, like, it was awful to see, but it was really smart of Angel to wrap himself with tarp and
barbed wire.
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire.
It tries to suck him up, and
Yeah.
Spit
it
him back
can't.
out.
It
Yeah,
couldn't.
I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just even the taste of it now, he's like, blah!
Ugh, that messes him up for sure, but he survives, and
got
that was
saved.
the first moment
Great.
where I was like, okay, great job, Angel. Great job on that, buddy.
I
You did it.
didn't want him to die either.
Yeah.
It did it. And I think that really pisses the alien off, because then it like fucking unfurls itself, and we see its like full form.
Yeah, after it eats the cinematographer, it like does this like undulation, and you're like, oh, was something about that bad for it or something? It looks like it's falling apart, and then it like re-solidifies, and then like after a couple more shots, we see that it has this like
ribbons.
ribbon like totally unreal, uncanny form.
It looks like silk. Just
Yeah.
like silk fabric.
just a huge jellyfish
Yeah.
Mhm.
thing.
Big old jellyfish looking thing.
I
with a
love
big
jellyfishes.
fucking cube in the middle.
Jellyfies?
Jellyfies.
Jellyfishes.
Jellyfish. And it's coming for someone. And pretty much this is the moment where OJ's like, you go. I gotta sacrifice myself. Yeah, M's gotta get out of here. He gives her a chance to get on the motorcycle that the man in black showed up on.
Yeah, but she skirting away.
Skirts right away and goes back to Ricky's ranch. And she starts releasing all the
So smart.
the
anchors.
Anchors to the big Ricky cowboy balloon and sends him huge big boy style up into the clouds. And she does it so she can get the wishing well camera right underneath him. Gotta get that shot still. This is her last chance.
Still gets that magic fucking shot.
And it consumes the balloon and they both pop.
Yeah.
And she gets the fucking shot of the big old thing.
Which is the shot that that specifically the filmmaker wanted, was it consuming something. Because that's what he was obsessed with, was this kill moment. This shot of it overpowering, it feeding, I don't know, it being a predator.
But yeah, she got her shot and then we got our shot. As she looks into the dust and OJ's on a horse in the distance.
Yeah. A cute little...
Dun, dun,
And it says
dun.
other side or something like that.
It said, I don't know
Out yonder.
Out yonder.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah. And that was it.
That was it.
That was Nope.
Nope.
2022.
Yay.
Was there
Awesome.
a title card again? Was there a title card again, or was it just
At the
credits?
end?
I'm pretty sure it said yep.
Duh.
Yep.
No, I don't think so. I think it was just orange.
Just orange.
Yeah,
Just
I think
orange.
it went to orange.
And then I
OJ.
ran out because I had to pee for like about an hour.
Yep. Yeah.
I think the most powerful performance was that Jordan Peele was playing all the horses.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
He was in all those.
He was in all of the. They
And
put little dots on
Just
him,
the
and
ass,
he
though.
did.
Yeah.
He also played the mother too.
He played the mother.
So he's all over this
Wow.
thing. Wow, impressive. Good
Very
job.
impressive.
Good job.
Good job.
Wow. All right, cool.
Nope.
2022. All right, let's get to those Smash Pumpkin ratings. As always. Who would like to go first? Who wants to start?
I'll go first.
Oh, wow.
I have said this about the two other Jordan Peele films that I've seen. 5.
5.
I just I'm sure if I sat here long enough, I could find one small fault. But after seeing it and still talking about it, I love it. Everything about it's great. And I'm sure I'm going to do a deep dive on the internet tonight and find so much more that I love about it. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay. So anybody can see a scary movie.
Anybody. Even Allison.
yeah.
Look at that.
You'll find your director.
She's a spectacle.
She's a viewer.
Ooh. Yeah, that makes her way scary.
Wow.
Your turn.
Oh, me? Okay. I mean, yeah. 5.
5.
Yeah.
Yay.
I said all the things. Still am thinking about things, connecting things. It took me until sitting down here to figure out that the balloon at the end was connected to the balloons I didn't put that together, but he's such a great storyteller. Everything keeps coming back around. Coins, photos, balloons. Scissors.
Yeah.
But it's just
Fantastic.
it's a great, well done story. Great performances.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I loved that.
What was
Say
it?
fun one more time.
Nope.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm gonna have you say fun one more time. I'm gonna give it a 1. No, I'm just kidding.
Woo!
A 5.
5. Wow.
Yeah, for all the reasons these lovely people said.
Yes.
Go watch it.
Definitely go watch it. I think it was an awesome movie. And yeah, we've talked about it multiple times. Jordan Peele can really tell a story that is compelling the entire time. It was driving the whole time. I never felt bored. I was always wondering what was going to happen next. And saying something too. It just felt like it was rich with commentary about people and just life in general, and he does that so well. He's done that in all his movies, and it continues to impress me.
What's the main actor's name again?
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Fantastic.
Him and Jordan Peele together
Yeah,
are just
that's great.
pure magic. I love that relationship, and I want to see more.
See more from the two of them. Keke Palmer was amazing
Mhm. Yeah.
too.
Great.
The two leads were the driving force behind this whole thing, and they were believable.
Yeah.
They were so natural.
I've
And
never seen that Angel guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who he is, so
he was really
he
good.
did pretty great too. So
Yeah.
good job on that. Like
Yeah,
if you watch it.
great job, Nope. And I will give it a yep and a 5.
Hey.
Sure, 5.
Sure.
You love that
Sure.
joke,
F
don't
it.
you?
Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Thank you both for coming on this Nope journey with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had 2 others, Zach and Kenna as well, but that's all right for next time.
See you next time.
You'll come over and record as well.
Cool.
Yay!
Cool. Well, plug yourself. Let's get out of here, huh?
Cool. Yeah. Season 3, episode 4 podcast. Listen to it this week. We're gonna be this will come out not this week, but we just are gonna be putting up the episode for Barry, so check that out if you haven't listened to it.
I love that
It's a
show.
lot of fun. We also have a Stranger Things episode up. Season 3, episode 4. Find it. That's
Wow.
great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Color me, Leslie.
Yeah.
Will do.
Do you watch too many scary movies? Do you need a therapist? Happen to be a
Right
therapist?
there.
So, you know.
That
there-
Ricky,
Look
that
me
Ricky
up.
guy should call you up.
And
I think it's a little too late for that.
and you can find me at Beep Beep Richie T and the Deadlights Pod. That is us. Also check out Playground Social, which is the studio that we're
Yeah.
recording this at.
That's right here.
And right before we get out of here, I just want to do a quick shout out to Leslie's birthday. It was recently. So
Oh,
happy
yeah.
birthday to
Happy
Leslie.
birthday.
We took a little time off to celebrate, so we are back.
We're back, baby.
But happy birthday to Leslie.
And older.
And older.
Nice.
Let's get
Until next time.
let's get happy birthday spooky. Happy birthday spooky. Happy birthday spooky.
Happy birthday, dear Jordan Peele. You made another fantastic movie.